Hi everyone, and welcome to another coloring challenge video. This is where I do a daily coloring for 30 days. I'm still catching up after having a bit of a health issue, but I'm back, at least sitting up, so I thought I would edit the videos that I've been continuously recording throughout. So today I'm coloring a cute little walrus. This is actually the last image that I'm coloring from the Polar Pal stamp set by My Favorite Things. And I'm starting off by coloring him with some R30 for his tummy, the kind of inside of his flippers and underside of his tail and on his nose. I'm then gonna color him gray, so I'm gonna color over that pink, but it will kind of seep through the gray coloring and give it that little pink tint that walruses have. So I'm starting off with the N4. I'm adding a slight little white border around the flippers, the tail and the back. This is called a rim light or a reflective light. In this case, I have it on the opposite side from where the light source is, so it would be counted as a reflective light. And the reason for me using it is that you actually get a little bit more realism when you do that, a little bit more life. It looks a little bit more alive, a little bit more dimension, but also you can see on the bottom part with his frontal flippers, if I would have used the darkest shadow all the way to the edge, it would kind of have mixed into the gray he has on his tummy, and therefore by adding the rim lights I'm giving that little bit of difference in color and making the flippers stand out a little bit and look like it's a little bit further away from the body. I'm blending out my N4 with my N2. You can either, I have done both. When it comes to how to color, you can do it in so many ways, shape and form, and there's nothing wrong as long as you get the kind of how you want it to look. So then you can color any way you want. Really, there's nothing right or wrong. The way I do it is that I usually go from dark to light, because then I don't need as many layers of the colors. If I would go from light to dark, I would do light and then medium, and then I would have to blend it out with the light again. And then I would go to the darker and I have to blend it out with the medium, and then I would have to blend it out with the light again. So I would have at least 3 layers of the lightest pen. While going from dark to light, I start with the dark, then I blend that out with the medium and add the medium at the same time, and then I add the light on top of that, which means that the most of layers, if I'm not adding multiple layers, is 1 layer of each color. However, I have a tendency to do 1 or 2 layers, because adding a second layer will actually help you with the blending and add a little bit more dimension. But there's nothing that says that you can't do it the other ways around. It's just what kind of blending you are after, how you want the image to look. As I said, there's no right or wrong when coloring if you get the results you want. For the rest of the little walrus, I'm giving him this bright pink scarf and earmuffs. And I'm using my pink mostly because it's one of the few colors that I actually can do the glitter effect with, because I don't have enough lighter gel pens. I am going to buy some though, but not right now. I'm blending it out with RB 21, 23 and 25, or I'm coloring with 21, 23 and 25 to give that bright pink, which I really, really love. Again, you can do this with 1 layer or with 2 layers. When you're adding the glitter effect though, you will hide a bunch of the blending. So I usually just do 1 layer when I'm doing things like glitter effects, where I'm adding things on top of it, because really you won't see the difference. I'm using a Jelly Roll metallic pen here, which is looks at the cap as it is a little bit towards the orange, but it's actually a pretty nice pink, maybe a little bit towards the peachy tone or coral tone, but not much. It's a metallic, it's from the metallic set, and I'm adding small dots, kind of irregular both in shape and in placement, but just kind of grouping them at the darker areas and then adding a few stragglers here and there in the lighter areas. Then I'm going in with my Spica glitter pen, which is a baby pink, a Spica glitter pen, which is a very light pink, and I'm doing very irregular dots, but basically all over, to get kind of an even amount of dots, but in an irregular pattern. Then for the last part, I'm adding my white gel pen. This is one of those opaque white gel pens. There are 2 different white ones from the Jelly Roll set. I have linked this specific one in the description down below. This one is the one that actually is white when you add it to your cardstock. There's a glaze one that isn't, so you have to look at that if you're getting one of those, but this is the one that actually is white from the beginning, so it's much easier to add the dots. I'm adding a lot of them where it's lighter, and then a few stragglers where it's darker. And the last part of the kind of sparkle effects is to add the little twinkling 4-prong stars. These are very, very simple. I'm doing a little rolling thing with my hand to add a little bit of extra of that gel color onto the paper, and then I'm just kind of flicking out the pen to make those 4-prong pieces to make it tapering outwards. And the last part I'm doing is adding a little bit of some black gel pen, also a Jelly Roll, to the eyes and the nose, just to make them pop that little bit extra. And that is the coloring for day 22. I hope you liked it. If you do, please thumbs it up, share it with your friends. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section, and down below in the description you can find all the details and all the materials used for this coloring. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!